Good morning, it's Monday. This is gonna be a deck tech video for my Blackbeard deck. This is perfect for beginners who are competitive in other card games before they jumped into One Piece TCG, like me. I think Blackbeard is the best beginner deck for anyone who have played competitive trading card game but is just starting their One Piece TCG journey. If you don't want to listen to the preamble, you can just jump into the deck list right away. I should have the timestamp below. But I think this deck is perfect for those like us who are competitive in other card games, but don't know a lot about One Piece right away. Because One Piece TCG has a very common mechanic called on play, which is something that is used by many other trading card games right away, right? As well, right? And Blackbeard's ability prevents all of those, but you have to pay by discarding one card from hand each turn. Now, that is a significant portion of a lot of meta strategy that I recently learned about when I started to learn how to play One Piece TCG. And if you can prevent those, even if you don't have a lot of knowledge about the meta in the game, you should be able to at least compete with other players who know more than you. Remember, the idea is that we're starting out. We don't know a lot about meta and cards yet, but if we can prevent one of the biggest meta strategies right now, which is on plays, you might be able to compete on par with them even though you're just starting out. Now, this ability also prevents all of your on plays, so you won't be able to use it as well, but that doesn't matter because we can revolve our strategy around that anyway. The deck has two variations. It's a control deck that kills your opponents, and another one that is more aggressive and it buffs your win con to win you the game as early as possible by filling your graveyard or your trash with cards, because that's how your win condition grow bigger, right? Okay. I'm assuming that you know how One Piece TCG works, at least the basics, the life system, the resource system, and how the game ends, right? By removing all of your opponent's life cards and then giving them a death blow, the last hit, right? Okay, so that's enough preamble. I hope that is more than enough to convince you, a new One Piece TCG player, that Blackbeard is the best deck for us competitive players to use as a beginner in this game. Okay, all right. Let's move on to the deck. This most likely is what most people would be interested in. First things first, it's necessary for any trading One Piece TCG deck to have searchers early in the game. And we have a package of 3 sets. The most important one would be this card. It's a full lead. It's a stage card. You can only have one stage card in the game, at least on your side. And it's like it's like a field spell, and location card in any other card game, right? It discards a card from your hand once per turn, and then you can look at the top 3 card, I believe, of your deck. Pick one. It must have the Blackbeard subtype, and then add it to your hand. So not only will it set up your mid to late game moves, it will also fill your trash for your win condition that I will be talking about later. Now, next one is Lafitte. Is a 1-cost character card. This is your... Actually, I think this is your only unlimited source of card in the game. You will be hand starved. That means you won't have a lot of cards in hand, because not only are you playing cards or 2 cards each turn, you have to discard one as well if you want to activate Blackbeard's ability, right? Lafitte allows you to pay 1 resource each turn and rest it, and then look at the top 5 cards of your deck and add one to your hand. The cool thing about that is that you can do that every turn, so long as you keep a Lafitte alive. So Lafitte pretty much is a kill on sight for most of your opponents. You can protect it in maybe in turn 1 or turn 2, but as long as you have like 1 or 2 cards, you already have the advantage because they have to spend an attack. right? Just to remove it from the field. All right. Next one is this card. I believe this is my era is now, or this is my era, something like that. It's an action card. It looks at your top 3, and you can pick one Blackbeard card, and you trash the rest. So including this card, if you get one card from those 3, you add 3 cards to your trash, giving your win condition more power. If you actually need just the power, you can just trash all of the cards. You don't pick one. You know. Talking about the win condition, let's move on to Jesus Burgies. This is the set of our win condition in the deck. We need 4 of this card. By the way, the searchers, we need 4 of each of those. Okay. Now, this is Jesus Burgies. I'm a competitive player with other card games, right? Like Alpha Clash, for example. And I firmly believe that if you want to be competitive, consistency is key, right? So as much as possible, I will put 4 cards instead of 2, 3, or any less, unless it's a tech card that I just want to add to the deck in certain situation. But most of the time, for the main strategy of the deck, you want it to be a full play set, so you can get those cards that you need whenever you need them, making your deck more consistent, right? Jesus Burgies is a 4-cost 5k card, and it's not strong on its own, but once you fill your trash with cards, every 4 cards in your trash adds 1000 power to this card, right? And it comes with the passive ability that it cannot be KO'd by your opponent's card, so it can protect itself, and that's awesome for any kind of win condition, right? Because you don't want it to die the turn that you drop it. The only problem are cards that bounces, like the blue ones, so keep a lookout for those. But for anything else, it's hard to remove this from the field. Alright. Next, Burgess' partner is Kuzan. Kuzan is a 5-cost 5k, and sometimes you want to hit with it once, but the reason why we want it on the deck is that it can sacrifice itself, draw a card in the process, so that means it replaces itself, and then it can take back any 5-cost or lower Blackbeard card from your trash to the field. Straight to the field, not rested. It's active, so it won't be killed right away by your opponent's attack next turn, and it also cannot be removed by your opponent's effects. So that's another awesome thing. It can protect itself, but most of the time you will be using it later in the game, 5th dawn later and onwards, to take back your Burgess that you discard due to your Blackbeard's effect. Most of the time you will be discarding Burgess in turn 2 or turn 3, even turn 4, to activate it, Blackbeard's on-play negation, but later in the game you will drop your 1 or 2 Kuzans to resummon your Burgess to win the game. Because that's usually how this KO deck works, right? You have to control the field early in the game, and then around 8 to 10 dawn, you start dropping your win cons and win the game. For you to do that, this is your reliable protection and win condition later in the game. Your big boy 10 cost each. It's 12k, so that's a massive attack, and most of the time if it attacks your opponent, unless they have a blocker, you can do nothing about it. But because of its ability, where when it enters, you can activate it. You can activate its ability one time the turn that it enters to prevent your opponent's leader's abilities during that turn, and then prevent one of your opponent's character's abilities until your opponent's next turn. So you pretty much remove a blocker because of this ability, allowing you to your Burgesses or to swing freely the turn this is dropped. Most of the time, if you drop this and then another one next turn, you win the game, right? Because there's nothing they can do about it if you have like a 10k teach Burgess swinging while you have this card preventing their blocker, and they can't swing back because this card is a blocker as well. Okay, and then there's this one last card that can be added to as a win card as well. I only have one Devon. It's a tech card that I can sometimes summon using Kuzan. It has the ability to switch between a blocker, a banisher, and a double attacker, right? But most of the time, I discard it with Teach, the leader ability, and then I use Kuzan to bring it back to be a blocker. And if it survives, I can use a double swing or a banish against yellow decks for next turn, right? Now, for it to survive, most of the time you need a 2k blocker, a 2k counter, and we have 8 2k counters in this deck. We actually have 10 defensive cards in this deck. 11 if you include the Devon. But the main defensive card in our deck is this 4 Caribous. Caribou is not a Blackbeard deck, a Blackbeard blocker, so it's not searchable unfortunately, but its 1 cost 2k counter is too strong to pass up. You need a playset of these. Most of the time later in the game, you will be dropping it just to defend your Burgies against your opponent's swingbacks. Early in the game, you can use it as a 2k counter, alright? Another one is this card. We'll talk about stronger in a bit. But I added 1 Vasco Shot. Vasco Shot is not as good as Caribou because it's 2 cost instead of 1 and it's not 2k. But it's a searchable blocker. So if you're in a pinch and you really need the blocker just so you can survive 1 turn and win next, you need the Vasco Shot. You can search it through all of your searchers. So add 1. Another blocker is this one, a Shiryu 4 cost. It's cost 8. Really, it adds it gets plus 4 cost. So your opponent's cost-based removal can't just remove it right away. And once it dies, it's on KO, it kills one of your opponent's 4 costs and lower as well. So not only can it block 1 big attacker, it can take care of one of your opponent's smaller characters as well. So I add 1 to the deck, a target of Kuzan. Now, this other 2k is stronger, and most of the time you will be using it as a late game 2k to block your opponent's attacks. But there were instances where I use it as a removal because it has another ability. On the field, as a main, you can sacrifice it and discard 1 card from your hand to draw a card, right? So you replace whatever card you discard, and minus 2 cost one of your opponent's characters. That way, it will be in reach of your removal. Now, talking about removal, this is our removal package. I have a playset of Doc Q. Doc Q is a 2 cost 0 power 1k counter character that while it's on the field, you can rest it to KO a cost 1 character, right? Cost 1 character. So it can kill anything on turn 2, pretty much, if your opponent drops something on turn 1. But it shines in the mid to late game when you can combo it with your other cost reduction cards, right? For example, Stronger, minus 2. So you can kill a 3 cost card with Doc Q. And the added benefit is that even if they kill it while it's rested, it has a KO ability that draws you a card. So if it dies, it replaces itself. Not only does it take one of your opponent's attacks, it replaces itself. So it's not sad to lose Doc Q. Its main combo piece is this card. It's Augur, and it's a 5 cost 6k, so it's a decent attacker because it's higher than 5k, and your opponent is required to drop at least a 2k to prevent the damage. But it engages, you can rest it to give one of your opponent's characters minus 3 cost. So in combination with Doc Q, if you drop Doc Q, in this one you can kill 4 costs and below, right? And same as Doc Q, if it dies, if it's KO'd, you draw another card. So it replaces itself. Later in the game, if you don't need it as a removal, it's a good swing. Most of the time, I summon it with Kuzan as well, especially if they have something really strong that I need to remove from the field. Now, there are cards that are quite unremovable, like that NL6 cost 2 OP card, the purple one. And this is our main removal. I believe we're the only deck that can actually take care of it. This is Black Hole. It's a 4 cost removal for any 4 cost card and below. But where it shines is that it removes any ability of that card first before it removes it. So if your opponent's characters has abilities that prevents it from being removed from the field or KO'd, whatever, or cost, even the ones that adds costs, so it doesn't get removed by our cost removals, this works because it prevents that ability. Now, it can only kill 4 cost and below, but due to our Van Augur and our Stronger package, we can kill 6, 7 cost or higher even. Now, what if they have 10 cost, right? We can't reach that with any of these cards that I just mentioned. Well, I do have 2 of these cards. It's Tempest Kick. It's not searchable because it's not a Blackbeard card, but it's really useful mid to late game because it draws you a card when you play it. So 1 cost, 1 draw. So it replaces itself. And if the cards in your trash is 10 cost and above, it gives -3 to one of your opponent's characters as well. So using Van Augur and this card, that's already 7 cost. And then +3, you can kill 10 costs, right? And it has a sweet trigger ability. If it triggers, it just kills any 3 costs in your opponent. So that's nice. Another one that has a sweet trigger ability actually is a 1 copy of Finger Pistol. Before, I had multiple copies of this, but upon practice, I realized 1 copy is more than enough because it's not searchable. It kills 5 costs, so long as they don't have KO prevention, you don't need the Black Hole to kill 5 costs or below. And it's 5 cost. Black Hole can only kill 4 cost card. This one can kill 5 cost cards at the same playing cost of 4 Dawn. And it has a sweet trigger ability as what I mentioned that activates its main ability when you pick it up from the life pile. Now the cool thing about this is that there's this one extra ability that trashes 2 cards from the top of your deck. So it feeds your Burgies as well. Yeah, that is actually the entire deck. This Blackbeard deck is a KO deck, and if you want the Burgies Turbo version where you just fill your trash and attack and defend your Burgies, let me know in the comments section below. I have tried this many times and it actually works. The only deck that I really am having quite a problem with is Emu because of the value that it provides later in the game when it drops that 10 cost for 4. But any other deck, it can pretty much win. Even the NL deck, the strong NL deck, it's an easy win for us. And because you can easily kill their early cost cards due to the Dock Q. The yellow decks is easy wins for us as well because most of their abilities are on KOs, and Black Hole prevents those on KOs ability when you kill them. Yeah, I hope this video has been helpful for you. Let me know if you have a similar list. If you think there's something on the list that I should be replacing, if you have any experience as to other cards that can be added to this deck that would make it better. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Bye.